Namaste and good morning. Thank you so much for joining me. Hi, Ellis. So this is a special session of Yoga with Lisa SX, and today reaching out to Helen, thinking of you, and hopefully everybody can join in today and actually do some yoga with me, not just watch. I got a few messages from various people saying, I love to watch your yoga. Well, watching is good, but hey, let's join in, do a little stretch and breathe. It's going to benefit your body and your spirit, freshen up your mind, and just help in every way. So remember, the moral of all of my yoga sessions here on Facebook is always to listen to your own inner yoga teacher. I'm just here to give you a little suggestion. I can't really know your personal situation, but you do. So please don't push your limits. Don't activate those areas that are going to be aggravating and painful in the body. Just breathe and stretch and try to feel better as we go through the next 55 minutes or so together. I welcome you to modify or minimize or magnify anything that I suggest, or if it's just not right for you, you are always welcome to just rest and wait and join us again when things look a little bit more in line with what you can do, want to do, feel like doing. This is all about you. Yoga is about you, taking care of you and letting everything else just dissipate. Leave the stress, the worry, the to-do list, the task-oriented mindset. Let that go just for a little while and just be. Be with your gratitude, with your awareness, and with your self, your true self. The part of you that nobody else knows. Not your mom or dad, not your brother or sister, not your husband or your wife, not your best friend. Only you know that true self that's inside of you. And if you can't love you, how can anybody else love you? Believe me, you can love you. Take care of you. Honor that which is special about you. Even if nobody else sees it, you see it, you know it. Namaste to each of you. Let's go ahead and get started now. Find yourself on your yoga mat. You can sit in any position that suits you. I'm going to be cross-legged here, but you could certainly have your legs extended or in like a straddle, half straddle kind of sit. Anything works as long as you can have your back softly straight but not super like stiff. And let the top of the head float up as you inhale. We're just going to take the arms out from the shoulders, leave the palms open upward. And inhale, lift. Turn the palms outward, exhale. Let them float down to the earth. Soft and easy. Palms face up. Inhale and lift. Find your prayer hands and let's pull it to the heart. Exhale, bow the head. Inhale, lift. Palms face outward. Exhale, push it down all the way to the earth. Palms up. Breathe in, lift it up. Find your prayer hands and pull it to your heart. We're going to do that 3 more times with no talking. The hands to your heart center. Bow your head and take a moment for yourself. Interlock your fingers and give them a nice strong squeeze and then release. Breathe in and out as you squeeze and release your hands, interlocking your fingers. Let's let the hands move in a circle away from the chest, in towards the belly and up. Squeeze and release, squeeze and release. Breathe in, breathe out. Reverse your circle. Keep squeezing and releasing. Keep breathing in and out. Awesome. Invert the hands and push the arms forward. Drop the head round the back. Push the hands way forward, shifting those shoulder blades away from each other in the back. And then keep the arms just like that and lift them straight up overhead. Push the hands up towards the ceiling. Feel your shoulders shift up by your ears. Lift up, breathe in. And as you exhale, bring the hands to the back of the head and push those elbows back. Look up to the top of your eyes and blink a lot as you breathe in and out. Let your eyes be really wide, but keep blinking them. Closed and open, closed and open. Nice. All right, push it up, breathe in. And bring it down. Let's let the hands rest on the knees. Grip your knees with your hands. And just to begin to shift your shoulders. One shoulder forward, one shoulder back. And then begin to slowly look left and right. Maybe look over the back shoulder a little bit. Stretch the legs out, if they're not already out. And pull the flesh away from your sitting bones if that suits you. Connecting your body's weight into the earth through those pelvis points so you can really feel the body's weight anchored in the earth. And flex those ankles. Take a moment to really flex the ankles like you want the tips of the toes to point back at your eyebrows. And feel the opening in the back of the knees. Push that soft tissue behind the knees down into the earth, into your yoga mat. Sit super tall, bring the shoulders back and the chest forward, the top of the head up. Close the eyes and breathe deeply. Pull that ankle flex and that opening in the back of the knees, feeling. And then release. And just let your legs flip-flop in and out as you push with your hands on your thighs. Maybe get the legs just a little wider and let them go left and right, left and right, flip, flop. And maybe you notice I got my Cinco de Mayo t-shirt on today. Cinco de Mayo, Happy Mexican Independence Day. I got this shirt exactly 1 year ago when I was out to lunch with my nephew and his family in Waco. At Chuy's, Mexican restaurant, Chuy's, great place. All right, let those feet flop outward a little bit, let the knees bend just a little bit, and bring your hands down in the middle of the legs and walk them down towards your heels, towards your ankles, towards your toes. Round your back and drop your head. This is your caterpillar pose, soft and heavy and released and relaxed. Let everything go. 5 slow breaths in and out. Beautiful. Hands to the floor in the middle. And we're just going to walk the hands over to the right side. Both hands come to the floor on the outside of the right leg. And once you get both hands over there, we're going to look back over the back shoulder and just bring like your ear close to your knee. Beautiful. Walk your hands back to the middle. And all the way over to the other side. Take it slow, no hurry. Hands on the floor, both on the outside of your left leg. Once you get your hands strong on the floor, you look over your back shoulder and think about your right ear coming down towards that left knee. hands back into the middle, and we're just going to put our hands on the floor, look forward, and try to bring the chest forward a little bit. As if you're trying to arch your back or straighten your back and lift your head. Think about your chest, your sternum coming forward. Shoulders can be neutral here. And begin to slowly sway. You may feel something in the lower back or hips here. Don't let it be irritating. If you don't like this move, don't do it. All right, walk the hands back in. And let's do a little bit of a side bend. Now here we could do a half straddle, bringing one heel in towards the pelvis, towards the groin, and the other leg extended out. Hands rest on the thighs or the knees. Take the hand that's on the long straight leg and bring it down towards the ankle, and then bring the other hand straight out. Let the hand drop back, open the chest, look up at the ceiling, breathe in. Exhale, bring the hands together at the shin or the ankle, wherever your hands are, and then open up, breathe in, look up at the ceiling. Exhale, look down at your leg, bring it across. Open, breathe, close, exhale. And you can put a little extra mojo into the move if you want by bringing that arm back farther. As you look up at the ceiling, bring that arm back. Opening the chest just a little bit more. And then close it and look down. Exhale. Let's go 4 more times. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Stay down, look down. Begin to walk your hands back to the middle in front of the body. Find a good place for your hands on the floor. And we're just going to bend the elbows and push back. Bend, bringing the face and the chest down to the ground, and then push back up. 3 more times, down and up. Exhale down, inhale up. 1 more time. Walk your hands back in and straighten the legs out. Sit tall. Your heel comes back in towards the groin, but honestly, it could be anywhere that works for you. We're going to take that hand on the long straight leg and slide it down towards the ankle, and bring your other arm straight out from your shoulders. Take the hand back and look up at the ceiling, opening the chest, breathe in. Exhale, close the hands together, and exhale. Inhale, open, exhale, close. If you're not happy with your body's position, maybe your legs are a little too straddly or whatever, feel free to modify. Always make it work for you. Make it work for you. Remember, breathing is what it's all about. This is your chance to clear out toxins from the body by good exhalations, and then bring in good fresh oxygen and fresh energy into the body with good strong inhalations. The stretching and the positions help the blood to flow more freely through the vessels, help the energy move through the nerves, clears out toxins. And once you've got all of those fluids flowing freely through the body, then the body will heal itself, take care of itself, replenish itself, do what it does best, circulate, and feel freedom through all those tissues, the muscles, the connective tissue, the fascia, the skin, the digestive system. All right, I think I've talked my way through this entire stretch. Let's bring the body back up and reach up. Grab onto a wrist and pull it over one way. Come back up, grab the opposite wrist and gently pull it over the other way. All right, bring the arms down. And let's stretch the legs out on the ground. Or you can put your weight on your elbows here. So this is sort of the reverse Sphinx pose. Allow yourself to really slump down in your upper back and let the head, all of the body's weight really press those elbows down into the earth. And just gaze at your toes, allowing the upper back to sink down. Try to release your hips and your belly. Alright, we're going to bring those feet in a little bit and knees up a little bit. Drop both knees left, drop both knees right. Windshield wiper back and forth. Continue to breathe. Continue to let your hips be loose and your legs really just flip-flop back and forth. As long as that's okay with your hips and your pelvis, your lower back, and your waist area. If anything feels a little awkward or wrong, just modify it or just take a rest. Wonderful. Bring the knees up. We're going to bring the knees all the way to the air above your chest. So both knees come in. A little bit like nose to the knee, but you don't have to push your nose forward. Alright, stretch your legs up towards the ceiling and circle your ankles. Change direction, circle the other way. Change whenever you feel like it. Back and forth, around we go. Flex and point a few times. Alright, now we're going to flex the left ankle and keep that heel pushing up towards the ceiling. And then bend your right knee, and that ankle's flexed as well. Lower the straight leg, almost all the way to the floor. And then bring both legs up and point. Flex both ankles, one knee bends, one leg straight down to the floor, and bring them up, point. So we're just alternating back and forth like that. One leg straight and down by the floor, the other leg bent, knee to nose kind of, but the nose stays where it is. Let's go 5 more times. Up, down, up, that's 5. Point, flex down, point, that's 4. And we go again. That's 3. Beautiful. Keep it working. You know the rest is coming. You'll get your reward. That's 2. Last one on one side. And the final side. Bring it down. Feet to the floor. Lower yourself down. All the way to the floor. And just let your arms rest wherever your arms feel comfy. When you're ready, drop both knees left. Extend your arms out from your shoulders. Turn your head to the right. Bring those knees up and let them go all the way to the right this time, and turn your head to the left. Release everything in the entire body. Let your hands be soft. Let your heart be soft. Let your mind just drift. That's great. All right, stretch your legs out for me and reach your arms overhead. Stretch the body as long as you can between the fingertips and toe tips. Reach long through the body. Big breath in. Expand your rib cage. And exhale. Let's bring the right leg up and just give that leg a hug in towards the chest. Maybe let the knee move left and right a little bit. And we're going to do our hamstring stretch next. If you have a strap or a belt that you like to use, you can stretch your leg up and hold on to the strap, hooking it on your foot. If you don't have a strap, you don't want to use a strap, if you want to just grab your knee in your hands, that works too. Gently pull the leg a little closer to the face and then let it resume back to its comfort zone. Take it easy. You're slowly, carefully, gently pulling the leg towards your face and letting it go back to its comfort zone. Exploring your flexibility, but being super careful not to overdo it. And remember, breathe. Exhale as the leg comes close to your face. Inhale as it drifts away. Once you've found your full range of motion, go through it with your breath 3 or 4 times, and then we'll hold the leg close to the edge, what we call the therapeutic edge of your range of motion. So when you're ready to do that, just hold the leg steady, either by grabbing your big toe, using your straps, or just continue to hold with your hands on your knee. We've got a 30-second static stretch here. Just relax and breathe. Give the leg time to find its ability to lengthen in the back of the leg muscles, the hamstring muscles. And what we've found is that when you have loose hamstrings and loose hips, then your back doesn't bother you so much. The other variable that comes into play very often with back pain is abs. So we'll do a little ab work today as well, between stretching the hamstring and hip and working the abs just a little bit. Will give support and comfort to that lower back and middle back. Okay, if you feel the urge to go deeper, we've been patient, you can go a little deeper into your stretch, but if you don't feel the urge to go deeper, you probably should stay right where you are and continue to stretch that muscle and breathe deep. Beautiful. Release the leg, put the hands on the floor, and I want you to lower it super slowly, like the second hand on a clock. Take your time, let that leg come down to the floor, super slow. And once it's all the way down, we'll do a long body stretch like we did before. Reaching the arms up overhead, stretching the toes from the fingers from the toes. Big breath in. And then bring that left knee up. Give it a nice hug in towards the chest, arms around your shin or your knee. If you feel like you want your knee to drift left and right a little bit, you can do that. All right, let's stretch the leg up. You can use your strap or use your hands on your knee or somewhere around your knee. Gently, carefully, slowly, and with breath, find your stretch. Don't expect too much, too fast. It takes time. Be patient. Patient in the short term, just right now, as you slowly find your full range of motion. Patient in the long term, working on gaining flexibility and strength, but not expecting to conquer the world in a week or two. Patience and consistency and faith and love. Love yourself. Appreciate this body you've been given. Stop criticizing your body. Stop criticizing yourself. There's no purpose to that. Think of all your blessings, all your gifts, all your abilities, and how many people love you. Once you've found your full range, let's see if we can hold the legs steady for 30 seconds and continue to breathe and relax. Beautiful. If you feel the urge to go a little deeper, you've been patient, maybe you can make a little progress on that flexibility. But if you don't feel the urge maybe just like take a moment to rub up and down the back of the leg. Give it some comfort, give it some love, keep breathing. And then we're going to just let the leg release and slowly bring it to the floor, one little bit at a time, like a second hand on a clock. Down, slowly, slower. Not yet. Always waiting till the heel touches the ground, and then we'll do our long body stretch. All right, let's stretch the arms up and over. Beautiful. Bend those knees again, and let's put the hands next to the hips on the ground, palm down, fingers pointing towards your heels. Strong feet near the hips. Push the hips up into the air and down. We're going to push up and down 3 times. Up, squeeze the hips, bring it down, release. Up, squeeze the hips, bring it up, all the way down and release. This time bring it up and hold it up. If you want, you can walk your shoulders together under your upper back and find your hands, clasp your hands together under your tailbone. And then once you get up on your arms instead of your upper back, you'll find you can push your feet into the floor and elevate your hips and your buttocks a little higher. So we're going to pulse it up, push your feet in the floor, pulse it up, pulse it up. 3 more times up. Push it up, pulse it up, hold it up, and breathe deeply in through the nose, blow out through the lips. Two more big breaths in and out. Awesome. Release your hands, reach your arms straight up from your shoulders. And take your time, roll your back down on the floor, 1 vertebrae at a time, from the neck, the upper back, the middle back, and the hips down. Release your arms to the floor and drop both knees to the left. All right, we're going to take that top leg, the right leg. If your knees are pointing left, your right leg would be the top leg, yeah? Okay, so top leg, take it up and over, and just hook your heel underneath the knee of your lower leg. This is a different version of the recline spinal twist. Different versions of this position allow you to access different parts of the hips, spine, shoulders, upper back, lower back, wherever you might feel a different area highlighted, a different sensation. If anything is disappointing or difficult, you're certainly welcome to adjust and make it more comfortable, more luxurious, more relaxing, more healing, because you know what you need. Right now you're very much in tune with what your body would like, what your body needs. So let's listen with love and continue to breathe. Make any adjustment that needs to be made, or just relax. Unhook that heel and come back. Place your feet on the floor. Bring those arms alongside the hips. And once again, come up into your bridge. Push the hips and the buttocks up into the air by pressing your feet into the floor. This time we're just going to let the hips drift left and right. Float left, float right. Breathe in and out. Are you with me, Helen? Do your yoga, Helen. All right, 3 more times left and right, 2 more times left and right. The last time, bring the hips down. Both knees go the other way now to the right. Bring your arms up and out from your shoulders, or whatever position feels nice. Take that back leg, that top leg, and cross it over and hook your heel underneath the opposite knee for a little bit different version of your reclined spinal twist. Relax everything. Let it all go. Listen to the body with love, with appreciation, with care. And breathe deep. Awesome. Let's roll out our back and do another long body stretch. And then come back up to seated. And just take a moment to roll those shoulders. You can go forward, you can go backward, you can do the bicycle. Just keep them moving. All right. Reach the arms out and let's do a little bit of an airplane move. Zooming, glider through the sky. Take the left hand and bring it down to the floor and bring the right hand all the way over. If you feel so moved, you can drop that elbow down to the ground for a little bit more extreme stretch. And just let your head be sideways. Don't let your neck stress out just because your head is sideways. Feel a stretch through the entire side body from the hip, through the armpit and elbow and wrist and hand, palm of the hands, fingers spread wide. Do some nice breath here. Push against the floor and come back up. Let's airplane again. This is something kids love to do. We don't do it too much as adults, do we? Let that child play inside you. There's still that child. Zoom, zoom, zoom. And when you're ready, we'll dip one wing down. If you want, you can bring the elbow down. Let the other arm come as far over as is comfortable for you. And feel the stretch from the hip through the side body, the rib cage area here underneath the armpit, and then all through the armpit, elbow, and arm and hand. Lots of good breathing. When you're ready, come up, and let's just take those hands back up to our prayer pose and pull it down to the heart. Bow the head. Lovely. I'm going to ask you to get your strap, your belt, or if you don't have a strap or a belt, you can use a piece of fabric, just a bandana or anything that you've got. And I'm going to turn sideways so you can see what's going on behind my back. I'm going to ask you to grab your hands behind your back and straighten your arms. But if you cannot get your arms straight, then use your strap or your belt so that your hands can be a little bit apart, but you can still get your arms straight. So once you've got your shoulder squeeze, shoulder blade squeeze going on, and your arms are straight, gaze forward and take a moment to really squeeze the tissues in between your shoulder blades, pushing your chest forward and pulling your shoulders back. Gaze forward and breathe deep. See if there's any ability to move your hands up and down a little bit, maybe down towards your hips and up into the air behind your shoulders. Looking up and Squeeze your shoulder blades and take a moment to see how much you can move those hands up and down, maybe changing what you look at, looking down at your legs, looking up at the ceiling. And then again, listen to you, and you'll know how far to go. Don't press your limits. Just move within your range of motion. Continue to breathe. Feel what you feel. And we're almost done. One more time. Lovely. Release those hands and let them float out to the side. Let them float forward. Spread your fingers wide and have the palms facing each other. Arms are straight. Reach forward. And just bring the hands down to the floor and up to the ceiling. Breathe. Parallel arms, hands aimed in at each other. All right, bring them straight in front of your shoulders and take your left hand, grab that right elbow and bring it across. Switch sides, bring it across. Let's do it again. And one more time. Shake those arms out. And let's get up on hands and knees. Your table pose. Double check that your wrists are under your shoulders, knees are under your hips, fingers spread wide, and fingertips pointing, pushing into the yoga mat. Once you're in your good table position, drop your head, tuck your tailbone under, round your back up towards the ceiling, push your shoulders away, and then slowly come back to table, nice flat back. Keep pressing your hands into the floor, elevating your chest, and allow the back to sink down. Let's keep going. Bring it down. Lift it up. Arch it up. Sway the back down. Breathe as you move. Move as you breathe. Slow, steady, smooth, with gratitude, with awareness, with mind towards honoring your true self. Come down on your elbows. Take that right foot back, put the toes on the floor, and with a straight leg, push back through your heel, stretching your Achilles tendon, stretching your calf muscle. Continue to push back through the heel with a straight leg, as straight as you can. Really straighten that leg if you can. Beautiful. All right, let's bend the knee and bring that leg up into the air. And try to circle the knee around in a circle. Change direction, go the other way. Kick it out, bend it in. Kick it out, bend it in. Stretch it out, flex it in. 3 more times. Stretch it out, bend it in. Stretch it out, bend it in. 1 more time. Knee comes down to the ground. Push yourself back to pose of a child. Put your forehead on the floor in front of your knees. Release your arms, shoulders, upper back. Nice. Come back up onto elbows and knees. Reach your other foot back. Put the toes on the ground. We press back through the heel with a straight leg. Really straighten that leg if you can. I'm usually not such a stickler about that, but in this position, I think it's really helpful if you can get that knee straight. And I think most people can if they put some intention in it. However, I could be wrong. If it's not good for you, you know best. Let's keep pressing that heel back and asking the tissues to stretch. Asking the fluids to flow through the tissues with ease, with joy. Keep breathing. Beautiful. Bring the leg up into the air and make a little circle with the knee. Change direction, go the other way. Bend the knee in and stretch the leg out. Bend the knee in, stretch the leg out. Keep it moving, keep breathing. Alright, bring that knee down. This time let's do wide-legged pose of a child. The knees can be a little wider. Bring your forehead or your cheek to the floor. Come back up. Find yourself in table again. Still with me? Everybody good? All right, let's do a little tail wagging. Wag your tail, hips move left and right. You can go any speed you want, fast or slow. All right, come back to the center. We're going to come up to downward dog. So make sure your arms are strong on the floor, your hands are in a good place. Turn your toes under, straighten up the knees, and then find that place for your feet that's good. Turn yourself into an upside down letter V. Lift the hips up and back. Drop the head. Press your hands into the floor. Or maybe think about the rib cage pushing towards your thighs, pushing the hips up and back. Let's let one heel rise and then come down. Other heel rise and then come down. Walk the dog. Walk your feet together. Bring the big toes to touching. Haul your weight on one foot, bend the other leg and lift it up. Three-legged dog. Bring it down. Change your weight to the other foot and elevate that other leg up towards the ceiling or towards the wall behind you. Three-legged dog. It's a really delicious stretch, I find. Bring the foot down and let's come back to pose of a child. This time we're going to bring the hands back by the feet. Just drop your head. Hands rest by the feet, palm up. Slowly rise up. I'm going to ask us to get over into our seated position again, and this time we're going to try and balance on our hips with the legs in the air. This is your boat pose. So if you want to start by having your hands on your knees or behind your knees, a lot of people find that's helpful. You want to balance on your hips and then bring the lower legs, the shins, parallel to the floor and parallel to each other. Not your knees widening out, your heels together, unless that's the best you can do, and then that's fine. But the ideal is to have the legs parallel to each other and parallel to the floor to start. And you can have those toes pointing up towards the ceiling or just let your feet relax. I find it's a little helpful to have some stress in the ankles to keep the toes pointing up. Think about maybe lifting your chest and putting your shoulders back, away from your knees. Lift your chin. This is boat pose. So there's some different variations. I know you're getting tired, but if you want to try it, release the hands and let the hands float out to the side. You can replace the hands and then try and straighten the legs. Hands float out to the side. Try to bring opposite finger and toes together and then switch. Now your knees can drift out a little bit here. Let's go back and forth a few more times. This is going to be our challenge for the month of May, getting our abs just a little stronger. So we'll start slow as we always do, and slowly ask a little bit more of ourselves each class. Come back to seated. Very good, very, very good. So we're going to do a extreme forward fold series right now. Forward fold. I think I said that a little fast. So we're going to start by stretching the legs out in front, and they're fairly close together in alignment, straight from the hips. Yeah? Flex the ankles just a little bit. Reach the arms up and stretch up. Reach tall. Think about your fingers are pointing up towards the top of a clock, like the 12 o'clock position, with your hips in the center of the clock and your feet out by the 3 o'clock. Your legs point to 3 o'clock. So breathe in, reach up, and we're just going to go to 12:30, keeping the back straight. Just bring the chest forward a little bit. Fingers are pointing up at the space halfway between the 12 and the 1. Breathe in and reach up. Exhale, come to the 1 o'clock position. Look down at your toes. You want your neck to stay straight through this entire exercise, so we're not going to keep looking forward or looking up by our hands. Keep looking down. Keep your spine straight from tailbone to the top of your head. Inhale, reach. Exhale, go to 130. Hold and breathe. Continue to try and make your back a little straighter. Reach and breathe in. Exhale, 230. Did I say that right? We're at the 2 o'clock, sorry. Inhale, reach. Exhale, just come down a little bit more. This would be like 230 now. And reach, breathe in. Exhale, just bring your hands right above your toes. Now, some people may be flexible enough to actually put their hands on top of their toes. Looking down at your knees. Feel that contact. If you've got your hands on your toes, feel that contact of the weight of your hands and arms pushing down against your toes. Probably your big toe, right? We're going to keep that contact just like that. Slowly begin to point your toes, pulling from the hands. Feel the pull all the way to your lowest vertebrae, from your tailbone. And then flex the ankles, come back. Press your toes forward. The toes are pulling the hands forward, back, and forward. Beautiful. Put your hands on your legs and just walk them back up. Nice. Let's get ready to stand up. Okay, that's not too good lighting. Let's see if we can back it up a little bit. Okay, hope that's good enough. Beautiful. Find yourself in mountain pose. Stand tall. Make sure your toes are pointing forward and your heels are under your hips. We're going to tuck the tailbone under, lift the sternum, press the feet into the floor, roll your shoulders back, let your arms hang, shake your feet, shake your hands. Arms reach out and up. Breathe in. Feel the balance of the body. Feel strong and tall and confident. Find your prayer hands. Pull it down to your heart. Exhale. Bow the head. Inhale, bring it right back up. Breathe in, reach up. Exhale, bring the arms down. Let's do that again. Sweep the arms slowly up and out. Breathe in. Find your prayer hands, pull to your heart. Exhale. Inhale up. And bring it all the way down. Exhale. Nice. Let's take a straddle stand. Bend your knees and bring one hand to allow weight to go from your arm, shoulder, and wrist down to your knee. And we're just going to take the other arm, move it in as big a circle as we can, breathing in and out. I invite you to find the stretch at every point on this circle. Two more times. Slow it down. Breathe a lot. Stretch through every point of the circle. And then we'll switch sides. Move the other arm in a big, slow, smooth, graceful circle connected to your breathing. Find the stretch at every point, every angle throughout your reach. Breathe into your sensations. Feel strong and graceful and grateful. Two more times around, breathe. Nice. Turn so both arms are hanging and your knees are a little bit bent, and just let your arms sway left and right. Release your neck, let your head be heavy, round your back, and let your arms just swing left and right. Slowly come up, and just notice what your arms do as your body comes up. Beautiful. We're going to turn to look one way. So our front leg is bent and our back leg is straight. Warrior pose. We're going to actually turn the hips to go in the same direction as the front foot. So this will be warrior one. Lift both arms. Inflate your chest. Big breath in. Reach the hands up and slightly back. Look up at the ceiling. Breathe in. Bring the hands forward, palms facing each other, and come down. Frame your foot on the floor and come into a plank pose. All right, now this is going to be a little hard for all of us, including myself. We're going to try and get that other foot to come forward. You may need to grab your ankle or shin with it one hand and help it get there. And then we're going to slowly rise up and find our warrior two. Reaching the hands up. Front leg is bent, back leg is straight, hips are aimed forward in the same direction as your front toes. Reach the arms straight up, breathe in. Bring the hands slightly back and look up at the ceiling, breathe in and out. Nice. Bring the hands down, frame your foot on the floor, and push back to plank. Plank it up. If this is too much for you, come out. We're going to be down on the floor in a minute. Come on and get on the floor, and we'll catch up with you. All right, knees down. Take a seat. Beautiful. So we got comments from Anna Calderon. Hi, Anna. From Ellis, from Jane. I see Kathy's with us. Thank you for joining us. Guys, I am so stoked that we have gotten such a long time together, and it continues to grow and be strong with the feeling of love and peace and health, taking care of ourselves, and staying close to our community through our group yoga. It's all because of you that this is happening, so I am so grateful for your presence. I'm so blessed by your energies, and I really, really am super grateful. It's not just something I say. I feel it with my heart every single time, and I'm so blessed to be a part of your lives in this way. So thank you for letting me live my best life do my yoga in a powerful and effective way, at least for some people. And you have to start small and spread. I believe that. Thank you very, very much once again. From my heart to yours, I grant you my most sincere namaste. Have a wonderful day.